Hello everyone. I didn't notice until after I posted, but my previous upload was my 100th video. So I guess wish me congrats on 101 videos now. And even more exciting, my new game, Squared Straight, is out now on Steam, which you can find at the link below. In my previous two videos, I solved the domino and the corner cube. This time I'm taking on the Googol cube, the final specialty puzzle, which will unlock the ending. What I like about these puzzles is, they're simple enough in concept to seem fundamental. Like, if aliens across the galaxy were to invent a geometry puzzle, they might come up with marked squares that you have to slide around a cube back to their ordered state. That universality makes solving them feel more rewarding, like uncovering a deep mathematical truth. Speaking of math, the number of permutations of this puzzle is mind-boggling for its size. There are 54 tiles in 54 locations, and as we saw in the last video, you can swap exactly 2, so all are valid positions reachable through legal moves. So, the position permutations are given by 54 factorial. Each tile has 4 possible angles, but to rotate one tile you have to rotate another the opposite way. So as you go through all the angle combinations, the last tile's rotation is determined by the rest. Thus, the angle combinations are given by multiplying by 4 once for each variable angle, which multiplies out to 4 to the 53rd power. To find all permutations of positions and angles, multiply the two together. However, some permutations will be the same as others, but with the whole puzzle rotated. There are 24 possible cube orientations, which means that the current number counts each cube state 24 times. So, to avoid counting duplicates, we divide by 24 to get 78 Googol. Googol is an absurdly large number that was basically made up by saying, wouldn't it be neat if there were a number that's a 1 followed by 100 zeros? Wikipedia has a few visualizations of it. Like, if the entire observable universe were packed with sand, the number of grains would still be 100,000 times smaller than a Googol. Though, if the universe were full of sand, we couldn't observe very far, but you get the point. Anyway, if you were to scramble 5 independent 3x3 Rubik's Cubes any way you want, the staggering number of ways those 5 could be scrambled would still be 5,000 times fewer than one of my Googol cubes. I just think it's cool that such crazy numbers can be reached while still sticking with the traditional 3x3 sized puzzle cube. While the possibilities are staggering here, with so many moving parts to arrange perfectly, the largest beaded sliding tile puzzle does offer a saving grace over its smaller counterparts. There's more room to maneuver the individual tiles. So for this puzzle, my algorithm to rotate 2 tiles 90 degrees in opposite directions is a few moves shorter than for my smaller puzzles. Plus, I was able to design an even shorter algorithm for rotating 2 tiles 180, whereas on my smaller puzzles, the best I could do was to perform the 90-degree algorithm twice. Ah yes, the home stretch. We're finally down to the last 3 tiles to arrange, which can be done with 2 swaps. But I had a bit of a scare here. I lost track of what I was doing and almost face-planted right before the finish line. I'm leaving in my repeat moves, but cutting down the long pauses when I was trying to get my head straight. The magic of video editing creates the illusion of machine-like perfection in my solves, but this shows what it's actually like. Disaster averted. We made it! This is an old build of the game, and I've since changed the pop-up message. Now there's a much more fleshed out info page with a backstory for how you ended up in space with all these puzzles. And when you solve all 3 beaded puzzles, the ending becomes available. However, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so instead I'll end on the record screen. Check out Squared Straight on Steam at the link below, so you can see what happens after you conquer these challenging puzzles.